everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, I just made my Hermes special order and I'm honestly still pinching myself. In this video, I want to share everything with you guys, the process, the decisions, all of the behind the scenes. So grab your drink of choice and we'll dive right into all of the details. So first, let me explain what a special order is for those of you who might not be familiar. A special order is also known as an a la carte, where an Hermes sales associate will invite their clients to do a special custom bag. And you can choose everything from bag style, bag size, bag colors, hardware colors, literally every detail that goes into your dream bag. It also comes with a unique specifier, which is a horseshoe stamp next to the Hermes Paris hot stamp. It's like a little signature that says this bag was specifically made for you. There's a lot of other personalization things that you can do to the bag, which I'll talk about later in the video. The process itself was fairly straightforward. I think it could be a little overwhelming because they do bring out this huge box of leather swatches, threads, hardware, everything that you can think of. Then you go on the iPad and put all the color combination together to kind of get a visualization of what the bag would look like. Then you submit it and send it off to Paris in real time. It was really cool to kind of see different color combinations come to life. I had a really fun time doing this. I know a lot of people don't really like the iPad system, but I found it to be quite helpful when visualizing what the bag would look like. I had a great time, was just chatting with my sales associate over coffee, and then we had champagne later. It was so fun and I feel so privileged to be offered this opportunity. So here in the US, special orders are offered twice a year, once in the spring and then another round in the fall. But I believe in Paris it's year-round, meaning you can just go in and make a special order anytime if you are offered it. So of course, everyone wants to know, how do you actually get offered a special order? To be completely honest with you guys, I have no answer. I don't know the magic recipe to be offered a special order. I'm just as shocked as you are. I wish I have like a step-by-step guide to tell you. Honestly, I don't think anyone other than the sales associate themselves know what goes on behind the scenes to get you a special order. And if anyone is selling you this like magic guide to a special order or a quota bag, I think they're absolutely lying. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone approaches the game differently. So I'd say just be completely honest with your sales associate, express interest in this, and see where it goes. Again, I'm just as shocked as you are that I was offered to do this. So I just want to give back to my community by sharing my experience and all of the tips and tricks so that when it's your turn to do your special order, you're well prepared. So if you take away anything from any of my videos on the Hermes journey, is to just be a good client and most importantly, be a good human being. I know that sounds so simple, but I genuinely think the way you treat your sales associate and the relationship you build with them matters so much more than however much money you are spending. My sales associate actually presented this opportunity as like a birthday present for me. I recently just turned 30. It feels like I'm entering this new and exciting chapter of my life and I feel so grateful. I'm incredibly thankful to my sales associate for this opportunity, and the fact that she thought of me and wanted to make my birthday special just means a lot. And I think building a genuine relationship with my sales associate has definitely been the highlight of this Hermes journey so far. So without further ado, let me take you through every detail of my special order experience because I want to share everything with you guys. The very first step is choosing your bag style. Do you want a Birkin? Do you want a Kelly? For me, I think the decision was quite straightforward, but let me walk you through my thought process. So I love my mini Kellys. They are my most worn bags in the entire collection. It might be a hot take, but I love how small they are. I don't actually carry that much with me, so I think they are the perfect size. I love that they come with a strap so that you can be hands-free. I just love everything about the mini Kellys. Now, I was also considering a Kelly pochette, but when I mentioned that to my sales associate, she quickly let me know that it was not an available option for this season. And I'm not sure if it's just our store, the US, or global. And the special order offerings can vary. Some seasons, certain bag styles are just not available. I think last year, the mini Kelly wasn't an option for one of the seasons. So you can probably guess by now that I went with a mini Kelly. Am I predictable? maybe, but I know what I love and I know what works for my lifestyle. Since this bag is also going to be a special one-of-a-kind piece, I wanted to choose a style that I know I would reach for constantly. Moving on to step 2 is choosing the color and leather. This is honestly my favorite part of the process because there's so many varieties, combinations that you can choose from. The color and leather selection is really where you let your creativity shine and make the bag your own. So there's 3 types of leather combinations that you can choose from, and each one has its own aesthetic. The first option is line. This is where the interior and exterior are of the same color and you choose a contrast stitching. I love the clean and monochromatic look of this one with the pop of color and a contrast stitching. I think that is gorgeous. The second option is called Verso. This is where the outside of your bag is a primary color, but the interior is a completely different color chosen from what they call a lining color list. I love this option because I've seen people do a pop of color and it's so gorgeous. Now the last option you can choose from is called Multico or Multicolor. This is a bicolor option. I believe they used to let you do tricolor, but they've since gotten rid of it. So now you can only do bicolor, so 2 colors. So the front, back, and bottom are your primary color. The handle, singles, and the sides are your secondary colors. This one you can also do contrast stitching to make the colors pop more, and the interior will match the primary color as well. I think this one definitely screams special order. So now I want you to take a moment to write in the comment section below which one of these options you think I went with. When I first got the news from my sales associate that I was invited to do a special order, I immediately went into research mode. And what I mean by research mode is that I scoured the internet. Fashion Files, Xiaohongshu, Madison, anything you can name. I was scouring the internet for hours to look at every single combination that was available online, just for inspiration to kind of see what I like and what I don't like. There are definitely some very interesting combinations that are out there, and some that I think looks really good on other people, but maybe for me personally, not so much. And there were so many gorgeous color combinations that I wish were available for my rounds, but unfortunately, the color options were very limited for this season. I think since 2023 or 2024, the color offerings have been really minimal and on the neutral side. And there are a couple of theories that have been floating around the internet for a while now as to why that might be it. One rumor that I keep hearing is that Hermes is too backlogged with special orders with people that have placed theirs back in 2023, 2022 that still haven't received theirs. So by limiting color options moving forward, the artisans can catch up on those older orders and speed up production. From a logistics standpoint, I think that really makes sense. If they're only working with a smaller range of colors, they probably don't have to spend that much time sourcing dyes and different materials. Another theory is that people think Hermes does not want clients creating what they called a Franken bag. You know, those wild color bags that Hermes may not necessarily want representing the brand. Honestly, after seeing some more creative combinations out there, I can kind of see this perspective too. Whatever the reason may be, the reality is that this year in 2025 fall, the color offerings are definitely more limited than previous years. But honestly, I'm someone who naturally gravitates towards neutrals anyways, so this wasn't a huge limitation for me personally. Another thing to keep in mind is that the available colors vary depending on which leather that you choose. Unfortunately, I was not offered an exotic special order, but that is an option if you are a VVIP. But I don't think I'm ready for a full exotic bag anyways. I think the maintenance is just too much for my lifestyle. Maybe a touch would be a nice addition to my collection. We'll see. For the regular leather offerings, I think there was Togo, Clemence, Chev, and Swift, if I remember correctly. And each of these leather has their own characteristics and colors associated with it. I think black is the only color that is available across all leather. Since I had already chosen a mini Kelly, my leather options were limited to Epsom or Mysore, which is a Chev goatskin. I have 2 Epsom mini Kellys here for reference, so you can see the leather is actually a grained leather, which is very durable and it holds its shape very well. Epsom is very durable, but I do find it kind of hard to open because it's very sturdy. Now Chev on the other hand is a goatskin, which is more shiny than Epsom. It's softer and it feels more luxurious. They actually have a sample mini Kelly in store that I was able to try on and see how it feels. I find that the leather swatches doesn't really do an entire bag justice, so it was really nice having a sample bag that I can feel and touch and kind of open and see if I like that. Given that I already own 2 Epsom mini Kellys, I decided to go with Chef leather for my special order. Now I know I'm dropping hints throughout this video of what I created, but I won't be actually revealing my color combination until I actually have the bag so that I can do a grand reveal with you guys. Now moving on to step 3, which is choosing the stitching. You have 2 options. You can do tone on tone or contrast. Tone on tone just means it's the same color as the colors that you've chose, so it blends in seamlessly with the leather. And contrast stitching is just a different color stitch than the leather colors that you've chosen, so it creates a more bold and pop of color. I honestly think this is where the iPad shines, because you can see your creation come to life in real time rather than matching it with the color leather swatch. It doesn't really look quite there. So I definitely have a preference for the iPad. Step 4 is choosing the hardware. There's actually 6 hardware options that are available. However, for the mini Kelly, there's only 3 hardware finishes that are available. So if you do choose to do a special order that's not a mini Kelly, you do have all 6 hardware finishes available to you. Another thing that is particular to the mini Kelly is that you can customize the strap length. So the standard strap length that comes with all of the mini Kellys from the store is 85 centimeters. But for special orders, you have 4 choices. I believe it was 70 centimeters, 85, 105, and 120 centimeters. I opted for 105 centimeters because when I wear my mini Kelly crossbody over, like say a jacket or a coat, it kind of rides up a little higher than I would like to. Now onto the last step of a special order, which is embossing. You can do like a symbol or initials or even your name on anywhere on the bag. You can do inside, outside, on the singles, on the leather strap, wherever your heart desires basically. And you can do it while the bag is in production, or you can do it after you receive the bag. I think they just send it to their aftercare department. I've seen people do 4-leaf clovers, a horse, and shooting star. I really like the shooting star. I actually didn't do any of mine because I think that might delay the process. So I'd rather get the bag as soon as possible and then decide to do it after I receive the bag. So that was the entire journey to creating a special order. As for timing of the bag, I was told it can take anywhere between 6 to 12 months. So it really varies. And honestly, no one really knows the exact timelines because there's so many factors that goes into creating a bag. But I'm hoping to do a review video very soon. And I know that soon in Hermes time could mean anything, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's on the shorter end of that timeline. And finally, I know everyone's burning question, what was the pre-spend? How much did you have to spend to get offered a special order? And honestly, I have not seen my sales associate since May. So after I went in May to get my Quota bag, I think I saw her a week after or 2 weeks after, I don't know, to get the Kelly ring, which I'm wearing right now. So pretty. I'll do a video on it soon. So I got the ring and haven't bought anything from her or talked to her since May. And she reached out to me in September to do this special order. So there's a good 4 months where I haven't purchased anything. So really, if we're going to talk pre-spend, this is my only pre-spend since getting my Quota bag in May. Which is why I keep preaching that it's really important to have a good relationship with your sales associate. I've been shopping with her since 2023 and she's offered me 3 Quota bags and now this special order opportunity. So I really think it's important to build a solid ground with your sales associate. It's not the frequency of purchases or spending a certain amount to hit a threshold. I think all of that is imaginary anyways. It's about being consistent, being respectful, showing genuine appreciation for the brand beyond the bags, and building a real relationship with your sales associate is also important. This entire special order experience has been such a dream come true. I'm so grateful for this opportunity and I can't wait to do a review with you guys soon. And I'm very curious as to what you guys think about special orders. Would you do one or what would you create? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.